What is good, everybody? It's akames-sharingan here today to give you a top 5. But before we get into the top 5, I actually want to show you guys something. It's a little unboxing video, and I have a little surprise for you guys. So give me a sec. Alright, so I got this. Pretty big box. Pretty freaking wide. Care to give any guesses? Because I got this off Amazon. Some people might have it. Some people not. Anyways, let's unbox this shit. The fuck is it? Go away. Go away. Ah, there we are. Right. Fuck you, box. Voila. Look at how beautiful this shit is, bro. Look at how beautiful! Boy, like, not gonna lie, this shit is mad clean. God damn. Okay. Well, anyways. Yeah, this thing is pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna hang this up right by where the Akame got killed and, Super might be. But yeah, anyways. Sorry for wasting you guys' time. I'll put this down. Alright. Let's go straight to the top 5. Akames-sharingan. Coming at number 5, we have Itachi Reanimated meeting with Sasuke, and this I chose as number 5 because it may not be as depressing, but it could be very relatable between a brother's relationship. Visualize yourself in a way where Sasuke defeats his brother, and he doesn't see him again until just now, and at this point he's really confused and doesn't know what he's supposed to do. He has all these different questions that he has to give him between Danzo and Tobi's discussion about the truth about Itachi, and all this is just leading up to confusion. So now Sasuke is now going after Itachi, causing him to be so confused that he needs to try to figure out what is the truth. And when somebody's trying to figure out the truth, at that moment they are very confused and don't know what to do. And this is the reason why Sasuke went after Itachi, just to find the answers that he sought. Now, he doesn't even know that this is his brother, even though he knew it's him. He knows that it's Itachi now because he just released a Susanoo, but Itachi, at the moment, didn't really pay that much attention to Sasuke, but Sasuke doesn't really seem to be focused on going away from Itachi. In fact, he's actually talking to Itachi, saying that he has his eyes, in a way that's a very family and nice and touching moment, because he has his own eyes, and he has Itachi's eyes within him. In other words, he's trying to keep the memories of Itachi with him, but he doesn't know how to actually coexist with his feelings to the point where he can actually confess them and know what is right. So that is why this is at number 5. Now let's go on to number 4. But number 4, we have Itachi when he stops the reanimation jutsu, and at this point Sasuke is now wondering, why isn't he going to stay with me, and why isn't he going to try to say the truth yet? But later on he does confess the truth to him. And Sasuke at this moment, he is quite sad, even though he doesn't want to admit it. When Itachi tries to give his last final words and tells him that he did what he had to do for the leaf, Sasuke was telling him, well, fuck the leaf, you don't really understand how I'm feeling. Just because you can forgive him doesn't mean I can. And now he's telling him, like, what about the time that you made me change? Meanwhile, he knows that Itachi is the one to really change him, and that is Naruto himself who could change him, which is pretty obvious for those who watch Naruto Shippuden or Naruto. Now, since Itachi is stopping the reanimation, Sasuke is well aware that when the reanimation is released, he is no longer going to see him again. So this I put as number 4 for a depressing moment, because this will be the last time Sasuke will actually see his older brother in action, and at this time he will no longer see him, and that is quite a sad moment indeed. So let's go on to number 3. At number 3, we have Asuma's Death. Now, this took place around early episodes 116 or something like that. And at this moment, the Inoshikacho formation team is now seeing their own master and their own friend technically die. And this is a very heartbreaking thing to experience and could lead to major depression if it really had to. Now, when Asuma gives his final words, Ino, Choji, and Shikamaru are vowed to keep their promise to him. And Asuma, before dying, he tells Shikamaru what the king is, and the king is technically the child, and what he means by the child, he refers to Asuma's child, which later on Kurenai will give birth to in a couple of months. And Asuma, before he died, he tried to make sure that Shikamaru was inherited with Asuma's will, and Asuma has now told Shikamaru that when my own child is born, I want you to become its teacher, so therefore making Shikamaru more responsible for Asuma and making Shikamaru technically the role model father figure for their future daughter, who is to come later on during the Boruto manga. And Boruto movie, was it Boruto movie? I'm not sure. No, it wasn't. It was during the manga clip. But yeah, so now let's go on to number 2. Poor Kurenai. At number 2, we have Jiraiya's Death, and when Naruto finally figures out that Jiraiya has actually died, he now goes through quite the depression, and Jiraiya at the point was, as we all know, during the Naruto Shippuden, was introduced as the legendary Sannin, which is supposed to rival that of at least the third Hokage, because the third Hokage taught Jiraiya how to fight. So, Naruto is a descendant of Jiraiya and a descendant of the legendary Sannin. Now everybody gathers to actually try to explain to Naruto, without really trying to say too much harshful things to Naruto, that Jiraiya has passed away. Now, note to self, Naruto has been training with Jiraiya for the past 3 years to be prepared for the Akatsuki. Now, imagine you losing your master or somebody very close to you, especially if it's a godfather that you didn't even realize was your godfather, dies within that 3-year gap, and all those times that you had with him are now gone. That's quite a depressing moment indeed. So now, Naruto is getting pretty annoyed. He now walks out of the door because he doesn't believe what Tsunade did, and he knows that if Jiraiya were to be the 5th Hokage, he would not let Tsunade do such a dangerous mission, at least not on her own. Now, when Naruto starts to leave, he walks out, and he's going to have some flashbacks of Jiraiya and the good times that they had with each other when he was at least 12 years old to 13 to what he is now, at least 16 to 17. And he now gets this flashback of him having a popsicle, and they each exchange with each other. And what makes it more depressing is how they made the scenery. Now, Naruto, when he's up in this little pipe cliff looking thing, he really starts to really imagine the good times with Jiraiya, and he doesn't want to admit this, but he then had a good time with him. Now, when Naruto figures out when Jiraiya dies, he goes through this major depression, and only Iruka was the only one who was able to cheer him up. Let's go on to number 1. So this was a really tough decision, and the only reason why number 2 was Jiraiya's Death is because this had a lot more depression to it for at least Naruto's existence. Now, when Minato becomes the Hokage, he becomes the 4th Hokage, and he lets Kakashi try to watch over Kushina. Now, when Kushina is pregnant during the time, Kakashi was in charge of taking care of her. Now, the Nine Tails all of a sudden appears, and now they start to experience death. Now, that only means that Naruto is the only one who is alive, besides all the other shinobis who have survived. Kushina and Minato, however, did not survive the onslaught. However, Kushina survives just for a little bit, just to give her final words to the 3rd Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, to take care of her own child, who is Naruto Uzumaki. Now, I thought this would be very ironic because Minato and Kushina got the name off of Jiraiya's novel. Now, Jiraiya's novel was based off of a character named Naruto, so that's the main reason why they named him Naruto. But now, since the former Hokage, Minato, Namikaze, and Kushina now are deceased, they have no choice but to lend it to the Hidden Leaf. Now this causes Minato and Kushina to not understand, even though they do know that there will be a road ahead of them that is harsh for Naruto. Now, when Naruto does later on grow up, he experiences the leaf actually hating him when he was a kid. Now, when he becomes a genin, he starts to slowly get his way up. But without actually knowing what his parents looked like at first, it must be a really depressing thing, because you don't know who was supposed to love you the way that they were supposed to love you like a parent would. But anyways, that is it for this video, guys. Tell me what you think is your top 5 most depressing Naruto Shippuden moments, and see you guys next time. Bye.
See you later.